Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to many of us. Welcome to CEO Talk series, a series conducted by CXO TV where the leaders narrate a story and share their learning and their success of building a great brand. So today we have with us Anand Chandra, a co-founder and executive director of Arya. So Arya is a Noida-based agri-tech platform launched in 2013, and it offers integrated post-harvest services across the agriculture value chain, including warehousing, warehouse receipt financing, rural storage discovery, collateral management, and market linkage. So in this episode, we'll discuss about the key areas of disruption in Indian agri warehousing space and how Arya is solving the farmers' storage woes. Welcome, Anand.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so Anand, with this, I just want to quickly, start with a question where just wanted to understand that the online agriculture marketplace is quite uniquely placed and emerging in India, right?
Yes.
So, can you just please let us know a little bit about Arya? How it got started, the objective behind it, how difficult it was for you guys to actually convince the farmers about the true benefits of post-harvest facilities. Over to you.
See, the challenge which we faced was not in terms of convincing the farmers. The challenge which we had to overcome was in terms of reducing the transaction costs, reaching out to the customers. Because when we started in 2013, we were quite late in terms of the storage and the finance business. There were a lot of other companies who had done. But as we say, the opportunity or the ambience around you creates opportunity for you. So it actually forced us to go to the primary and the secondary markets, which are more closer to the farm gate. So while we went to the closer to the farm gate, it became imminent for us to use tech as an enablement to ensure our OPEX is reduced, and we're not into burning capital. From day one of operations, we have been profitable. So the use of tech has helped us to reach out to those farmers, offer them an integrated platform where they can use our services for storage, for finance, and also for linking up to their produce to the market, which is helping them to earn remunerative returns on the produce. So on an end-to-end basis, we have been able to evolve a platform which can take care of the multiple needs which the farmer is having.
That sounds interesting. I think using technology is something which is the need of the hours. And what I understand is at Arya, you guys have been solving the issue where you have been giving the choice of storage to avoid the distress sale of the commodities, which I think the farmers were facing. So, just wanted to ask something about the top challenges which you feel the Indian farmers have been facing in the current market conditions, and how Arya is positioned differently from the competition, to address and solve the challenges of these farmers.
So to answer first the challenges which an Indian farmer faces, see, over the years, what has happened is the lands have got fragmented because of I would say the land getting divided between the brothers and the sisters. This has led to a lot of fragmentation in the land. When land fragmentation happens, it opens up huge challenges as the quantity which a farmer produces get reduced. So to address to individual farmers becomes difficult. And this is a challenge which the organized finance sector in India faces. That we, as a finance sector, the cost of transaction becomes so huge that it becomes difficult to offer finance. So the biggest challenge, if you ask me, are two. One is access to finance, and the second is fragmented land holding, which both in turn leads to a higher cost of operation or transaction for anybody in this market. So the challenge to overcome is how do I reduce this cost of transaction and make it viable or sustainable for any entity to work in this sector. To address this challenge, what we have done is we have tried to integrate various services in one. The options available is you look at one service and try to make it profitable, it will not happen. So what we have done, we have laid up services which we are offering to the farmers, which is helping us to stay relevant, stay profitable. And through this integrated platform which we have built, where Arya right now is providing the largest integrated grain platform. We are offering storage services at the farm gate. We are offering finance to the farmers, and we are also providing them a marketplace where they can sell the produce sitting in their home. So all three services together is what is making the market more vibrant for the farmers to come and do, and also helping us to sustain and make this business profitable for us also.
Okay. So Anand, how Arya is leveraging the emerging technologies like AI, ML, and IoT into your services?
See, we are using all these technologies in various processes which we are handling. So the number one process is the machine learning tools which we have deployed for assessing the limits of the customer and the capacity of the customer. So a customer uploads the documents in our system. So this machine learning tool does all the scrutiny of the documents in terms of authenticity of its PAN, Aadhaar, or the GST. And then we do the CIBIL checks also through the APIs which we have built in. And then the sanction happens to the customer in less than 5 minutes. We use AI tools for assessment of the quality for the commodity which has been deposited by the farmers in our warehouse. We use IoT for offering insta release and insta repayment. Now, all these activities are done with an objective to ensure that the turnaround time of offering services to the farmers is the least. That's a key differentiator which we as an organization are trying to build in. And the same thing is applicable in providing them a transparent system through our buy and sell platform. This is what enables us to bridge the trust deficit, which is I would say the biggest challenge which we have to overcome while dealing with the farmers.
Absolutely, I agree with you, because as you rightly pointed out, AI, ML, that has been solving a lot of problems, and in your case, the assessment and the valuation of the commodity is something which is of paramount importance to farmers, and I'm happy that Arya has been solving this issue. So can you just please talk about the recent business achievement in terms of the business expansion, revenue growth, and the customer acquisition, or probably the market share, which you guys have been enjoying? Yeah.
In terms of our achievements in the business expansion, we currently are operating in 21 states, and we have a complete visibility of agri produce worth $2 billion US.
Okay.
So that's the amount of stocks which we have clear visibility in terms of what we are handling right now. Through our platform, we have access to around 10,000 warehouses, or basically you can call the storage points, which translates into a total footprint area of 100 million square feet across India. We have last year facilitated total finance by the organized sector around 700 million US. We have reached to almost 6.5 lakh farmers through partnership with 500 FPOs. We are trusted partners with almost 8,000 MSMEs. That's what we are. In terms of the expansion plan, we currently are present in 55% of the district, and we tend to take it to around 70 plus districts all over the country. And then using some of the other tech enablement tools to reach to those geographies. The other key area where we are trying to expand is, how do I take the storage to the farm gate? Building up warehouses, as we all know, is a cumbersome and a costly affair. So we are working on hermetic storage structures, which are flexible storage structures, which can be carried in like a bag to a small village and can be installed there in less than a day, and then can be used. And then once the stocks are sold off, it is vacated, it can be rolled back, put into a bag, and then taken away. So this hermetic storage structure, we feel, will be the key differentiator, or I would say it's something that will change the entire dynamics, the way storage happens in the country.
Well, that sounds interesting. I think the flexible storage structure will going to make a lot of change. So when you say 10,000 storage point, does it include the flexi storage as well, or?
No, no, these does not include the flexi storage structure. These are the hard, I would say, the brick and the mortar warehouse storage structures which we're talking
Okay,
about.
okay, sounds good. And so moving forward, what are the four focus areas over the next 2-3 years for you guys? The key focus areas.
See, as I mentioned, we are anyhow present in the primary and the secondary markets. 90% of our business gets generated. So our key focus is to expand further into the primary and the secondary market and reach as close to the farm gate as possible by expanding to 70+% districts of Indian in the next 12 months. We are cognizant of the fact, and we have already delivered on the front is the use of technology to ensure that this is possible. So we will be very soon deploying blockchain for our entire tech piece. The use of there'll be a greater use of AI-based tools for decision making, for quality testing, and for other activities which we will be able to do through AIs. There will also be some focus which we will give on going on the pre-harvest side,
Okay.
which will enable us using remote sensing techniques which will enable us to figure out the production which is happening. See, as a country, we feel that we have always focused on the production, while we have not focused on a market-driven production.
Okay.
Like, for example, today, tuar prices are high. So there will be a mandate where everybody will start asking the farmers to, sow tuar for the next season, because last year farmers got a price. But what happens is when everybody starts sowing tuar, the next year the production goes up and the prices fall. So we feel by using this remote sensing technique, can we evolve a mechanism where we control the production or advise our farmers to control the production so that we produce different commodities in limited quantity, which will enable that the price fall due to overproduction is not there. So that itself will take care of, generating good revenues for the farmer.
Okay. So pre-harvesting sounds pretty good, because so far I think Aryan has been known more for your services around post-harvesting. So we are pretty keen. I think the industry would like to and love to see you guys, how you plan to float your pre-harvesting piece. So with this, can you just share a bit about your India presence? Although you just mentioned a little bit about your 70 odd district. Can you also narrate by when you'll be able to reach out to the pan India? When I say pan India, means like 100% of the district,
See, 100, we still, it's a tough ask to answer right now, but every year we are looking to add 5-7% of the total districts which we are going to cover. There will be certain geography which may be left because of the geopolitical issues related to that geography, but nonetheless we tend to cover up all the accessible markets in next 5 years. I would put it like that.
Any plans to for the overseas market, like?
There are various discussions going on, but the biggest risk, I would say, not the risk. We have enough opportunity in India, so might as well use it first before we go out.
Yeah, absolutely. Our domestic market itself is huge.
Yeah.
So what is
as long as our numbers, hunger is met in India, we still prefer to stay in India.
That's a good one. Okay. So what is your outlook for the agri-tech industry, as such in India over the next couple of years?
See, if you ask me, being an agri graduate, I would always say that India has never realized that the core competency for this country lies in agriculture.
Absolutely.
We have 16 agroclimatic zones. We can produce anything and everything which is possible in the world. What we have not done for this sector is we have not given the focus. Fortunately, for last 2 years, we have seen the focus coming in. When I say focus, I mean money, the money which goes into for the development of the sector. 2 years, we have seen a lot of agri-tech startups coming up on the pre-harvest side and the post-harvest side. So that is going to make the markets more vibrant. Okay. So if you ask me, this is the golden period for Indian agriculture, which I would say the market participants have been waiting for. So this is going to change the entire landscape of Indian agriculture in the coming next, I would say in the next 2-3 years, because with the I would say the usage of technology has been very limited. And if you attend any agri forum for last 10 years, everybody will talk about building up warehousing or cold storage, cold chain. So we knew the solutions, but they were practically not possible. That is why they were not implemented. But with the advent of some technologies like, say, flexible storage structures, or I read somewhere there were solar-based cold storages coming up. So those challenges which were there in terms of a scale of operations will get addressed. And once that get addressed, the post-harvest losses will be minimized, and automatically things will fall in place.
Absolutely. So, Anand, with this, we come to an end of this episode. Thanks for such an insightful session. And we really had a great pleasure interacting with you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.